Hello, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Fidel. In this video, I'd like to go over forgiveness and how important it is to forgive. We should forgive for ourselves, not for anyone else. Now, this might seem like a selfish act, but I assure you, if we hold on to resentment, we're only going to be hurting ourselves. In other words, anything that our mind holds on to that is against another human being or against ourselves is in the end going to hurt ourselves because we're the only ones that hold on to it, and we're holding on to it in our mind. So this is the way it works, is if I hold on to a resentment against something that happened to me in my childhood, and believe me, there are many things I could hold on to or view right now in my mind that were very disturbing during my childhood, and I'm sure we could all come up with these examples. So if I hold on to those ideas, and let's say I bring up an idea right now of something that happened that was really embarrassing to me as a child, and I play that story in my mind, and my whole body can start to actually react to these thoughts in my mind, as if the situation is happening once again. Now clearly I'm in a nice quiet room here and there's nothing happening there. But if I'm gonna hold on to this kind of story and allow my body to react to that story, my body's gonna start to react to that like it's a real threat. So I'm gonna get hypertension, my heart's gonna start beating, my whole sympathetic system's gonna kick in, my adrenal glands will start pumping out adrenaline, like I'm ready to go, ready to fight, because the story of the whole vision, the whole story of something from a long time ago is now coming up in the mind, and my body's reacting to that. So to forgive is actually to let go of the story and understand that the story is now only within the realm of thought. In other words, when the event was happening, there was discharge, but to keep that same story alive in the mind is to, again, it's to attach to it, but the forgiveness part is to let go of the story. So again, I guess we're back in the realm of non-attachment again, but in this time we're talking in a forgiveness sense. So one could also say non-attachment and forgiveness are very similar. The bottom line is one lets go of all the thoughts of anger, and especially thoughts of, also as important as thoughts of anger towards ourselves. I could think of many examples once again where I haven't acted well towards other people. Usually if I'm, not to make excuses, but a couple times I've been tired and I yell at people, or something bad happened to me and I let it out on people. Now I took responsibility for that, and that's another component of it. But the bottom line is I let go of those things for myself again. And I did it for myself, because if I'm going to continually to form more and more thoughts of how I'm no good, that how can I act like that to another person? And then more and more thoughts, and then more and more reaction within my body. That's not going to do any good for me, and that won't do any good for you either. So the forgiveness is just that. It's to come to that understanding that when something did happen, of course it's going to bring about some kind of natural reaction in the moment. And that's going to happen. That's a natural physiologic response. But to carry it around then after the event in the realm of thought, that's not going to do anything, because we're just going to be reacting now to thoughts. The situation's not there. It's now stored in the mind. So the more and more we think about these things and react to it, the being starts to react. It could affect our health, and it could affect every part of our life, the way we even view life itself through this filter of anger, through this filter of wanting some type of revenge in some way. So forgiveness is just that. It's an act that we do for ourselves to prevent ourselves from carrying around these mental thoughts all day that in the end are not good for our well-being.